We're starting our tour of the state of Nebraska. It's day 6, July 1st, 2015. And just give you a quick introduction to the state and some stats. It grows about 9 million acres of corn, 3.5 million soys, 2 million of the wheat. It's the third largest corn producing state, so it's a very important state, one of the top 5 corn producing states, but has a lot of irrigation. Also known as the Husker state. In the last couple of weeks, crop conditions in the state. Corn, very poor to poor. Unchanged at 6%, good to excellent, jumped 1% to 70% on the soys. Unchanged, very poor to poor, and the good to excellent, unchanged also at 68%. And then the wheat, very poor to poor, down 1% to 34%, and good to excellent, jumped 1% to 36%. We're looking at another cornfield. Again, the common theme in 2015, too much moisture has delayed some of the crops, and they're planted late, and they're behind. We're traveling northeast on Highway 30. We're near Duncan, Nebraska, and I just wanted to show this field. We're at the 3-leaf stage. They're quite short. It looks a little dry, but this is typical of Nebraska, where you get the pivots and the irrigation. And so Nebraska typically can has some water that if the crops do get dry, you know, if they fall behind, it's not like some of the other states where they have to wait for Mother Nature for some rain. But not a bad looking field, but it looks a little bit behind. We're traveling north on 81 near Norfolk, Nebraska. We're in front of a soybean field. I wanted to show this field simply because it looks like a lot of the fields we've seen to date. You've got excess moisture is taking its toll on a lot of soybean fields across the Midwest. It's leading to disease pressure. If this continues, it's going to lead to, well, you can see the yellowing, which could eventually lead to potential drop in yields.
Going left, in there. Get in there.
We're in day 6. We're going to conclude the U.S. crop tour in the state of Nebraska. It's July 1st, and we're in Cedar County, Nebraska. And folks, as we've traveled kind of from the south to the north, we went east in the very south near Columbus, then we've traveled north. You know, the south and northern Nebraska above Harrington really has had more of the moisture. This area here near Harrington has kind of missed some of it, but it's been ideal. And we've seen, you know, I think we've seen more soybeans stressed in Nebraska than the corn. The corn looks pretty consistent. We haven't seen that variability, that uneven corn that we saw in some of the other states that were in that flooding stage. Nebraska is important when it comes to corn. It's the 3rd largest. It's looking good. It's on par with an average year at best. So, you know, if I was to rank Nebraska, probably going to rank it number 1 so far it's the best we've seen in all the other states that we've traveled through. And I think the beans are, we've seen some yellowness in the beans traveling through Nebraska, but not as much as we've seen in some of the other states. So again, want to thank our sponsors, Pride Seed, Tasco Dome, Penta Tillage, and Southwest Ag Partners.